Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Willie Akers Arena for tonight's Cardinal Conference matchup between the visiting Sissonville Indians and the Logan Wildcats. James Barker, Nathan Bush with you. David Anderson, our studio engineer for this evening's broadcast of Logan Wildcat basketball. You can also watch on video productions on Facebook as well as LoganWildcats.tv. So we thank you for listening and watching on those sports mediums here tonight. Nathan, a Logan team that brings a lot of starters back. This is their home opener as they're 1-0 as they defeated Scott by 20-plus the other night at Scott. So this is a seasoned Logan team that looks to build some momentum early on in this December schedule.
Yeah, early part of the season, James, this Logan team is going to look to get some wins, and they got some tough opponents coming up. They are the favorite tonight against a Sissonville Indian squad. This is Sissonville's first game of the season, so Logan's had that chance to get a little rust off in the first game with Scott. So it's going to be interesting to see what Logan does. I'm sure you'll see a lot of David Early and a lot of this Logan team just going out there and doing what they can do with Coach Zach Green over this team. And then big thanks to Butch Mounts and Video Productions guys for what they do tonight. Make sure you check them out on Facebook and elsewhere.
In the nation, agents go above and beyond to understand and protect what matters most to you. Your local Nationwide agents are part of a member-driven community where serving members' needs is their priority. Call Nationwide agent Kelly Wooten-Willis at 304-752-1390 today and join the nation. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Companies and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval. This is WVOW AM/FM radio in Logan. Nathan and I will be back right after this. We'll bring you the starting lineups between Sissonville and Logan here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station.
Close to home for my family so they could be here for Carter because this is our little miracle baby.
As a father, I was worried about him and her at the time. I couldn't have asked for any better staff. They kept me informed. They always made sure that I was kept up to date.
We are so thankful for Logan Regional Medical Center. It was so close to where the event happened.
It was overall a bad day, but Logan Regional Medical Center was a really good part of that day.
Logan Regional rocks.
Before surgery, I was able just to raise more arm like this, and then it would hurt so bad, but now I can go all the way up. And I'm a very avid bowler. I used to bowl 3 leagues a week. I'm also an automotive technician. They cared about the individual that they're taking care of, and that was, to me, that was total awesome.
After I got out of the hospital with my heart surgery, I did my cardiac rehab here at Logan Regional Medical Center, and it was very convenient getting here and then getting back to work.
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here.
Back here at Willie Akers Arena, James Barker, Nathan Bush with you. The home opener for the Logan Wildcats. And this is a Logan team that was the 3 seed last year and played Mingo Central to kind of get in that final in the sectional. Lost to Mingo Central in a very closely contested game played down in Chapmanville. And this is a Logan team that looks to make the next step. You would hope, or you would think, that Chapmanville is the prohibitive favorites in this Region 4 Section 2 grouping, but Nathan, Logan brings back David Early, they bring back Dino No, they bring back Terrence Chapman, they bring back TJ Mullins, they bring back 4 starters, or 4 guys that had started last season. So this is a very seasoned Logan group, even though Early's only a sophomore.
Well, you got so many players here, and we saw during football season, Devontae Adams, he absolutely torched Scott the other night with his shooting ability. And, of course, you can never doubt an athlete like Chucky Felder, who also is on this varsity squad. But the key for Logan is going to be David Early, and that's the guy everybody's going to be looking at to lead this squad this year. He's a sophomore. He's already got, people looking at him from WVU. He's already got the scholarship offers here and at Marshall. And while Logan's not the favorite, it's hard to be considered the 12th ranked team in AA and not the favorite in your region because of that amazing Chapmanville squad. So this Logan team's got a chip on their shoulder. They're used to being the best team in this part of the state. So we'll see what they come out with this season.
And it's going to be interesting. Mingo Central, obviously another great basketball team in this section, as well as they're playing tonight against Scott on Minor Mountain. I hope everybody got there okay with the weather. You've been to Minor Mountain a few times there, yeah. Nathan, and when it snows here and it's a dusting here, you can expect 2 or 3 inches on Minor Mountain.
Oh, easily. And, Minor Mountain is definitely not a easy place to get to, as Chris Kidd and I can attest to, going up there for a playoff game. You never know what's going to be happening on Route 44.
That is true.
But, it's a shame that all 3 of those teams, whether it be Chapmanville, Logan, and Mingo Central, can't all be in Charleston come March. But, that's just the way it falls. And as we're introducing here, big congratulations to the AA state runner-up cheerleading championships here, the Logan High School Wildcats, who came in second in the states. They're introducing them now here on the floor. Fell to Robert C. Byrd, but what a great season for them too.
Absolutely, and you can't say enough for what their coach Alice Akers and Krista Kemp have done here this season for this squad. They state runners up, and they have really Michelle Akers had the program where they won a state championship, and I can't remember what year, Nathan, that was, but they won a state championship, and then we kind of saw the program after Michelle went away for a while. The program kind of went through a couple cycles, and you weren't really sure exactly what was going on with the cheerleaders, but now you can see that they're back and excited, and a very senior-driven squad, and couldn't say enough about the young girls. I'm going to pull a Chris Kidd on you. I actually taught most of them when they were in the 7th grade. So
I taught some of them when they were in the 8th grade, so I understand,
So very proud of those young ladies.
Yeah, they're a great squad, great group of girls, and they've earned everything they've got. And they were really an underdog heading into Charleston.
Yes.
To pull off a state runner-up is just,
amazing.
That Robert C. Byrd squad was a 6 straight now, AA state titles. So that's impressive. But the cheerleading system, just like the basketball system, it's all about farming and working together as a unit for all the way from the midget leagues and the pee-wees all the way up into middle school and into high school. And I know that all these people work very closely together to make that happen.
It's time now for the Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And Mr. Bush, what are your keys to the game for the Wildcats to pull off a victory here tonight?
If you're Logan, you just got to do what you do. You go out, you dominate. They're probably going to try and press quite a bit tonight, as you mentioned earlier, James. And I think you got to rely on your jump shot making and your ability to score. And they're going to have the size advantage. They're one of the biggest high school teams in AA that you'll ever see. I think their smallest starter might be 6'3", maybe. But you just got to go out and play, make sure you have good spacing, make sure you play and watch the baseline, and if you can do that, I think you're coming out here successful.
Those are the Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. The key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Starting lineups being introduced here at Willie Akers Arena by longtime PA announcer Justin Turner. The Sissonville Indians will start Nolan Woodrum at guard along with Will Hackney. Hackney, if you remember from football, was the starting quarterback for the Indians that had a playoff appearance. Michael Pinkerton not in the starting lineup tonight. He is out with an illness. So getting the start is Nate Samples in his place. Ethan Granada gets the start as well. And then the big guy in the middle is Hunter Thomas, the starting lineup for the Sissonville Indians. And as usual, the lights go out, the music comes on, and the spotlight comes out for the starting lineup for the Logan Wildcats. Sophomore guards are Noah Cook and David Early. Cook's the shooter from the outside. Early is the ball handler for the Wildcats. And then you have 3 seniors in the lineup for Logan. TJ Mullins, Dino No, and Terrence Chapman, the starters for the Wildcats tonight. And that is a lot of kids coming back. The key piece to look at will be Noah Cook and how he kind of fits into this offense. He is going to be the Will Akers of this group. If you remember from last year, Nathan, Will was the kid that would come in and hit threes from the corner, hit some big shots from the outside. It will be interesting to see if Cook can do the same thing for this Wildcat offense.
Well, he's going to have to be the guy that they look to. Of course, we've already christened, pretty much everyone's christened David Early probably the best player on this Logan team, but you're only as good as your teammates and as good as you make your teammates be. And Noah Cook's going to be the guy that they're going to look at to hit those big shots with that senior leadership. So it's going to be an interesting season, but you can't win them all until you win those first ones. And they got the win against Scott. Now they're taking on Sissonville tonight, a game the Wildcats should win, but never say never in high school basketball.
DJ Williams is the head coach of the Sissonville Indians. This is his first game as the head coach of Sissonville. The longtime head coach for the Indians, Rich Skeens, deciding 2 is too much anymore. He used to coach the boys and the girls. We're not going to step away for a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the tip-off between the Indians of Sissonville and the Wildcats of Logan here on LoganWildcats.tv, brought to you by Video Productions. You're listening to Logan Wildcat Basketball right here on WVOW.
You're actually right next door to your friend.
Correction, best friend. Let's go.
Are you taking all your tiny shampoos? I'm like a bird, I only fly away.
You look rough, bro.
State Farm knows it's more than a house. It's home. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Play something relaxing.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
There are some moments in life when time stands still. Holding your newborn is one of them. At Logan Regional Medical Center's Women's Center, it's our privilege to be there for you and your baby during this special time. Expert care, private rooms, and our Hugs infant security system help make you and your baby more comfortable, healthy, and welcomed. Logan Regional Medical Center, compassionate care for your special moments. Quality care, close.
Welcome back here to Willie Acres Arena. Musco Adams singing the national anthem. One of the players on the Wildcats roster as we're ready for the tip between the Indians and the Wildcats. Veteran refereeing crew here tonight in this one for this contest. Not only a big game in the region, but a big game in the Cardinal Conference as well, where they split the Cardinal Conference in the North and South divisions. This may be the only time that these two teams will face each other this year. So Logan trying to pull out a victory against the Indians here tonight. Late arriving crowd, but a nice crowd now filling in, trying to get out of the cold weather into the warm confines of Willie Acres Arena.
Confines, that's a good word there, James. I like that.
I try to bring one word a game. One word a game. That's about as good as it'll be for me tonight. Tip controlled by Logan as they'll move from left to right across your internet feed and your radio dial. Cook will actually run the point here for Logan. And in a 3-2 zone for the Indians to start things off. Early with it. Gives it off to Cook, top of the key, looking. Dribbles over, gives it off to Mullins, and they'll reset with Cook at the top. High post to Chapman now. He dribbles once, back outside to Cook. He'll try a 3 on the way. Good. Big shot from Noah Cook early on.
3-2 zone there. Not effective when you can shoot it that far outside.
Drive by Samples, kicked over, almost stolen. Hackney jumper may have been deflected. Rebound by Chapman underneath, and the Wildcats will run. Early with it. Left side, dribbles, crosses over, drives in, thought about the baseline pull-up, now dribbles back out, and no, will reset over to Cook.
Good decision by Early to kick that back out and reset the offense.
Logan a 3-0 lead here, 7 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Logan swinging the ball. Early has an open look. Right side 3 is good from David Early, and Logan 2 for 2 from three-point land to start this one, and they have a 6-0 lead.
That was a beautiful shot from Early and great passing around the top of the key there to find Early wide open.
Sissonville with it. Granada looks, gives it off to Sample starting for Pinkerton. Drives in, kicks it back outside. 3 on the way is good from Hunter Thomas.
Well, Thomas had a hand in his face there, but was able to find pay dirt. That was a good-looking shot and good defense by Logan as they're setting up in the man-to-man.
We thought that Logan would be the pressing team, but here's Sissonville out pressing. Shot from Dino no good off the left side. Rebound underneath by Sample.
There's a foul there, or
a
carry.
Carry.
Well, that's something you don't see every day, a carry in basketball these days.
Yeah, Samples got underneath it and palmed the basketball. This Sissonville team, Nathan, they were a very young team last year. Coach Skeens had them running a 4-out, 1-in offense, chucked a lot of threes last year, so we'll try to see if that's the same type of thing. Baseline jumper for Terrence Chapman is good.
Terrence Chapman looking good there, had about a 15-footer and just knocked it down from the wing there.
8-3, Logan leads here with 5:55 to go in the first. Thomas with it, right wing extended, looks for the cut under the baseline, can't find it, guarded by Chapman extended. Now Samples with it, will drive, floater up, no good, but it'll be 2 shots as you're going to get a foul called, looks like on TJ Mullins, and that'll be his first, a team first.
It's interesting to watch Logan. They're running a man-to-man set. They believe they can play man-to-man defense on this Sissonville squad, and it's interesting in high school basketball to see a team run a man-to-man set. Most of the time you're going to see a 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone, or something of that nature.
Samples makes the first from the line. And again, a different look on the bench for Sissonville. First year, as far as I can remember back, that Rich Skeens not the head coach. DJ Williams, the Samples makes the second, and it's an 8-5 Logan lead.
Interesting, Logan looking to slow the pace down here. Sissonville's been trying to press them most of the game, so smart strategy there by Coach Green.
Early with it, gets a screen from Chapman. Now Early will screen off the Cook, and a little weave up top for Logan. Chapman with it, right baseline block, reverse layup, no good. Rebound underneath by Thomas, and here come the Indians. Pushing the ball is Hackney. Hackney thought about the crossover, but then picked up his dribble. Thomas picks it up, gives it off to Samples right wing. Dribbles, now pulls it back out. They'll try to set something up. Chapman on Samples. He'll drive now. He walked, but they didn't call it. No, they finally did.
Late call on the walk there, but it was the right call, James.
Yeah, Samples kind of stutter-stepped as he picked up the basketball right at the foul line, and that's the first turnover of the game we've seen. About the second with the Palmer. Cook with it, gives it off to Early, right wing, guarded by Samples. Early gets some space, now will shoot the three, it's good.
He's automatic from that range, James. He's a special talent.
11-5, Logan leads. 4:45 to go here in the first. Early with 6 points already, 2 threes from deep. It goes off Thomas's hands off the pick and roll and out of bounds. The second straight turnover for the Indians. That's 3 on the evening already, and Zach Green imploring his group to take care of the basketball and make some points out of this possession.
Well, that was a good cut there by Sissonville. They had the back door, unfortunately couldn't handle the ball.
Cook over to Mullins. Mullins now with it, right wing. Got a screen from Chapman. He's picked it up on the right baseline. Now back outside Early.
Sissonville running man-to-man now. They switched out of that 3-2 zone after that first three went, and now they're trying to trap Early. Probably run a box one on him.
Mullins thought about the three top of the key, gives it off to Cook, who gives it off to Early. He may have walked, but he shoots the three and nails it.
Gosh. He was almost out of bounds when he shot that one, but it was still money. 9 points already for Early.
And they're going to call him on a foul there, which was not a very strong foul on Early, but he will pick up his first as they call the block on Early as Will Hackney tried to go around him. Don't forget to call a penalty on your lunchtime hunger with Mountain Munchies. Inbound underneath the basket, stolen away. Dino No with it. No, trying to dribble ahead of Thomas. Crossover 3 times, almost a Euro step, gets in the lane and gets it to go.
That was beautifully done by Dino No.
16-5, Logan leads. Samples drives in. Early doesn't get the block this time. He picks up the charge as Samples out of control. And that's something that you like to see one of your star players do, Nathan, is get down there and take a charge.
But it's a simple play. If you can plant your feet and just take a hit, it's a great thing to do. And Logan is on fire now as there's a timeout on the court.
It's a timeout for Sissonville, a 30-second timeout. So it's a timeout. Be sure to take some time and sign up for real-time text and email alerts about power outages and restoration estimates in the area at AppalachianPower.com/alerts. We thank you for listening on WVOW Radio as well as watching on LoganWildcats.tv and video productions with Butch Mounts on Facebook.
Well, if you're watching the instant replay with Butch Mounts and the gang here, brought to you by Logan Regional Medical Center, you'll see Dino No dribble in with that Euro step, as James pointed out there, and lay it right in. Or it was All-State, excuse me, not Logan Regional, All-State.
Hey, you get 2 for 1 right there. Butch gets paid double right there.
You're welcome, Butch. Check's in the mail.
Logan a 16-5 lead.
Oh, okay.
Logan an 11-point lead, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go still here in the first quarter. Logan scored around 90 points in their first game against the Skyhawks. They're on pace to do the same thing here tonight. Early, another look for 3, this time from the left side.
Oh,
he is on fire from outside.
That's why I'm trying to think why Sissonville's trying to run man-to-man. I think you're going to have to switch to a 3-2 zone here.
19-5 Logan leads, and Sissonville in trouble of letting this one get away. Baseline jumper for Hunter Thomas, no good. Rebound by Cook. He'll push it up the floor. Early calling for the ball. Cook swing pass. He's got another open 3. Early, this one off. Rebound underneath. Cook falling around with it. Ball still on the ground. Tipped out and controlled by Will Hackney. Hackney for the Indians will drive in on Chapman. Goes up and under him, and a good basket for Will Hackney. And finally, the run ends for the Wildcats. Skip pass ahead to Chapman off his fingertips, and there's the first Logan turnover of the game.
Early's court vision there was great. He had Chapman. Chapman just couldn't get a hold of it as he tried to catch it with his left hand. But if he catches that ball, that's an easy 2.
12-point lead for the Wildcats. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Skip pass over to Samples. Samples will now drive. Tries to go over T.J. Mullins, and T.J. rejected it, but it looked like the offhand of Mullins actually got into the body of Samples, and that's where they're going to call the foul.
Yeah, I think he got him. He did get the ball, but I think you're right on that offhand. It really just kind of pushed Samples away, and that will bring on the foul calls. We're going to have some people checking in. Now we have the Logan Regional Medical Center Impact Replay coming up here. I call it the Impact Replay, James. I always have. It's not the Impact Replay, but that's what I call it.
As we'll see some subs come in for the Logan Wildcats. Number 20, Mitchell Hayner coming into the game, as well as 32, Deontay Adams, and number 1, Chucky Felder. Samples makes the first, makes the second. It's now a 19-9 game, a 10-point lead for the Wildcats.
Now Sissonville's back up trying to press, trying to create some pressure, but you don't want to let Logan get out and run. And they're leaving Early open again.
Early, another open look. This one off. He's now 4 of 6 from 3. And with 12 points, Sissonville with the rebound. Samples out and running. Skip pass underneath. A little too hot to handle for Granada. He gets it to the corner. Now gives it off to Hackney. Floater good over Early. And Will Hackney with 4 points for the Indians.
Seems like Sissonville in that timeout really made some adjustments now as Dino No drives in.
Shot no good. Rebound Hunter Thomas underneath. And Logan has not had a shot go in or a turnover in the last 4 or 5 possessions, as Sissonville has a turnover there, thrown out of bounds.
Well, Dino No, an all-state soccer player there. Thought he finished there at the rim pretty nice, just couldn't get the ball to fall. And now Deontay Adams will bring the ball up court.
Adams gives it off to Hayner, the freshman. Curls, gives it off to No underneath. Reverse layup by Dino. Air ball, no good. And here come the Indians again. Gives it off to Hackney. 3 on the way for Will Hackney, no good. Good rebound there by Felder as he went up high to get that one.
That was a great rebound, actually.
Adams brings it up the floor, gives it off to Dino No. No left corner, looking. And Logan will try to reset here. Adams with it, top of the key. He'll drive left side, up and under, move, layup, no good. Rebound Felder underneath, and they're going to call Chucky. Yeah, call Chucky on an over the back violation.
Yeah, he got there maybe a second too late, or a second too early, excuse me. If he'd have got there a little bit later, he might have had a clean rebound at it. But Chucky Felder and Adams here looking to be a good spark off the bench. Adams is actually the one controlling the point, which I think is interesting, as normally David Early's the guy controlling the ball.
19-11, Logan leads. They had a 12-point lead, which was their largest of the game at 19-7, but they have hit a dry spell here early on. Another Sissonville turnover as they throw that one away. That was Woodrum looking for somebody underneath and couldn't find the cutter.
Logan's got off to a hot start here, but they don't need to try to go into cruise control. If they do that, Sissonville creep right back in it. They're a couple of passes away from being this game tied up.
50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hayner with it. Pull up three on the way from the freshman, no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Hackney. Crosses over. It's a 3-on-2 for the Indians. Samples will drive. Tries to go left. Skip pass into the corner. Three on the way, no good. Rebound early underneath. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Early brings it up the floor. Crossover. Skip pass over to Adams. Under the block is good.
And that's what David Early can do for you.
21-11. 10-point lead for the Cats. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Drive by Hackney, baseline, goes up, gets some contact, no call, rebound underneath to Adams, 10 seconds to go. Early with it, crosses the timeline. Dribble slowly, long three, pull up, no good, rebound underneath. Felder gets the putback, and Logan a 12-point lead as they end the first quarter on the Chucky Felder putback as they take a 23-11 lead into the second quarter. This is Logan Wildcat basketball right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station.
Sorry.
Dr. Walter Nagy and Dr. Philip Magestro of Nagy and Magestro are a leading dental care practice that provides the highest quality care in both their Chapmanville and Charleston locations. Nagy and Magestro know what a significant difference in health and self-esteem an attractive smile can make. Contact us today to schedule your appointment at Doctors Nagy and Magestro. We look forward to seeing you smile.
Mom, Dad, hi. I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. But what a powerful life lesson. And don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll just forgive you.
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate.
A 12-point lead against the Sissonville Indians. James Barker, Nathan Bush with you as Butch Mount showing us on the replay that a beautiful no-look pass from David Early to Dino No to give Logan another basket there in the first quarter. And again, if you're watching on Facebook via Video Productions, we thank you for watching and listening, as well as on LoganWildcats.tv. Sissonville with it, stolen away now. Hayner with it. The freshman will bring it up the floor. In traffic, looks, gives it off to Terrence Chapman, left block. He tried to skip pass out to Mullins, and that was stolen away easily by Samples. Samples now up ahead to Hackney. Hackney looks to Woodrum. He'll head fake, drive in, up and under, layup, no good. Rebound, Chapman pulls it out in the crowd. And now Adams will try to push ahead, finds Felder down the floor. Chucky goes up, and an easy lay-in for Chucky Felder. His second bucket of the game, 4 points for Chucky. It's a 14-point lead for the Wildcats.
That was a good court vision pass there to find Felder underneath.
Chucky tries to poke that one away from Granada. Good defense on Granada by Felder. Here comes Hackney. He'll try to drive on Adams. Kicks in the corner to Woodrum. Woodrum now have a ball almost poked away by T.J. Mullins as Samples has to retreat and reset the offense for the Indians.
This Logan team, they're playing very good defense, and this Indian team is having trouble on the baseline getting around their screens and the picks off the ball.
Woodrum with it. Skip pass over. He'll drive. Samples, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Felder underneath, and here come the Cats trying to run, and Felder just kind of ran out of real estate there. Inside pass now off the steal. Layup is good by Ethan Granada.
It was just a bad pass by Felder as looked like McConnell wasn't looking. And now the Wildcats look to get back up on offense as they push the ball.
Hayner drives, little contact, but nevertheless the freshman able to get the bucket to go. So Mitchell Hayner gets his first bucket in a home varsity uniform for the Wildcats as a freshman. And the lead back up to 14, 27-13. Drive on Chapman, a little bit of contact, no call. Hayner with the steal. Hayner up ahead. He'll go all the way in. Samples fouls him from behind, and an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity for the young man.
Well, the second quarter, the referees are letting the guys play out here. It's no call on the block as Hayner drove in. But I think it was a good no call there as he was looking to get around the player who had the charge set. And now Felder's checking out, and it looks like Corey Cowart's checking in, number 5. Hayner goes for the and one free throw here.
So Logan deep into their bench early on in this game as Hayner misses it, but Cowart gets the offensive rebound. Hayner back outside to Cowart. He'll drive. Foul line extended. Now gives it off to Adams. Now Mullins. Head fakes. Pull up. Nope. He'll kick it back outside to Hayner. 3 on the way. That one off the front of the rim. Chapman able to chase it down in the corner, though, for the offensive rebound. Back-to-back offensive rebounds for the Wildcats. Cowart thought about the shot. Adams with it now. Gives it off to Mullins. Top of the key. He'll dribble over to Hayner to reset the offense. Hayner now will pull it way back out and recall the play.
Well, they've switched out of the 3-2 zone now back into man as the 3-2 zone was extended out towards the baseline.
Good look inside from Mitchell to Chapman off the pick and roll, and Logan continues to impress here tonight. 31-13 their lead here in the second quarter with 5 minutes to play.
How about the play of this bench for Logan? We talked about their bench earlier. Maybe they didn't have a lot of depth, but how about the bench for Logan here? They brought 10 guys out in uniforms for warm-ups, and they're going to use about all 10 of them tonight.
Absolutely. Great point, Nathan. We actually talked before the game that we expected Logan to maybe play 7 or 8 guys, and now they're already into their 9th player on the floor. It's early in the second. Cowart with it, right wing. Looks inside, now gives it off to Hayner. He'll pull a 3. Top of the key, hand to his face, no good. Rebound Samples underneath. Samples will try to push the ball for the Indians. Gets it across to Woodrum, and that goes out of bounds. Did it go off a foot? Yes, it did.
Well, the Sissonville's having a hard time passing the ball underneath us. Now you'll see early Dino, No, Felder and company come back in as Cowart's going out, Adams is going out. McConnell and Chapman all check out for the Wildcats.
So Cook back on the floor as well, and the only other one that stays is the freshman Hayner. Let's get pass in the corner to Jarrett Withrow. Back up top to Samples. Samples tries to lean into early. Won't get that call. Rebound underneath, though, by Watson Mosteller. And the Indians finally break the Logan run. Early with it. Drives inside. Left-hand layup is good. That's what makes him different from other guards, Nathan, is the ability to use that left hand in traffic.
Well, that's one of the most difficult things to do for a right-handed player is try to use your left hand. Sissonville pulls a deep 3. No good.
Yeah, early rebound underneath. He'll bring it up. Early with it. Skip pass. Hayner, top of the key 3. It's good.
Well, Hayner's not afraid to shoot as a freshman, is he?
No, not at all. And that puts Logan's lead at 21. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. As another 30-second timeout by DJ Williams. And when you look back at this replay, Nathan, you can see Hayner just no conscience right now.
And then Hayner, he's been playing. He actually played the first half of the JV game earlier tonight when we were here. And he is looking good. Right now is all-state replay there from Butch Mounts and Video Productions. Logan clicking on all cylinders in the second quarter.
Absolutely. 36-15, the Wildcats lead Sissonville. Logan came in as a preseason ranked number 12 in the state. Sissonville came in ranked number 15 in the state. And right now the Wildcats trying to impress the voters with this huge lead over the Indians.
I think the Wildcats took that ranking a little personal, if you ask me. And now Logan's coming out. It looks like a 2-3 zone, switching up their defense here as they're not going to let Sissonville get inside and score anymore.
Extended 2-3 for the Wildcats. As now you can really see that this is an aggressive 2-3 zone. It's almost like a trapping 2-3 zone. 3 from Hackney. Long rebound out to him past the foul line. Head fake there from Watson. Can't get the bucket to go, and Early gets the rebound underneath.
Logan got a lucky roll there.
Hayner up ahead with it. Dribbles. Elbow jumper. No good. Rebound good. Read by Cook. Goes up strong. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound and gets fouled.
If you're Cook, that's a great play underneath there. as he was in the right place, got around, as Sissonville was boxing out very successfully underneath, but he was able to watch the ball at the side of the rim. And there's guys out there, James, that can just watch the ball go up and know where it's coming off, and Cook seems like that kind of player.
And he did an excellent job, like you said, Nathan, of reading that basketball coming off the rim. An undersized guard underneath is normally not going to get that rebound, but he read it perfectly and was able to scoot in the right spot at the right time.
Like Charles Barkley said, you don't have to be the biggest guy, you just got to know where to be. I don't know if he really said that, but I think he did.
It probably sounded a little different.
Well, we won't do our impressions on air.
Cook goes 1 of 2 from the line. Logan, a 22-point lead. 3:10 to go here in the first half, and another Sissonville turnover. This pressure defense from the Wildcats, whether it be in man-to-man or zone, has really stymied this Sissonville offense.
Well, they've got active hands too, James. They're really putting the pressure and getting their hands in there. Every pass, the Wildcats are trying to get a hand in there to break it up. And that's just good coaching by Coach Green, Coach Beto and company. That's just good work by them.
You know, it's a good night when Zach still has the sport coat on.
Looking dapper tonight, isn't he?
In the second quarter. Normally that thing is gone and chucked into the bleachers by midway through the first.
Yeah, definitely. But he's looking pretty dapper. That's a nice suit.
It is.
We can get me and you one of those.
That'd be a big and tall shot for both of us, I believe, Nathan. 3 from the outside. Cook, no good. Rebound underneath by Granada. Up ahead now, the Indians with it. Drive by Watson is good as Watson Mosteller.
Well, he just wanted that to go in. He wheeled that ball in.
A little leaner in the lane for the Indians there. Cuts the lead to 20. Hayner is not shy. Another 3 on the way from him. No good. Rebound underneath. Tipped around. Controlled by Watson. Up ahead again to Thomas. His shot no good. Rebound on the ground, and that came down hard on the young freshman. And they have to keep playing until the ball crosses, and he'll have to come out for a play as he had a leg. Dino No's leg landed right on his head.
Well, for those of you that may not know, he just took a Hogan leg drop there in the Silver Dome from the looks of things right across the head. I'm surprised he's able to get up. That was a tough one. If that had been me, I'd have probably had the boys from Lisa out there getting me off the court.
So Logan, a 20-point lead. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Felder with it. Foul line gives it across to Early. Thought about the right wing 3. Gets some space from Samples. Now dribbles back out, gives it off to Cook.
Well, they got Adams wide open on that left wing. They have not went to him. I'm surprised.
Felder looks. Skip pass over to Adams now. He'll drive left baseline. Pulls it up. Gives it back to Felder near the foul line, and Cook will reset.
This pressing 3-2 here on Logan seems to be getting the job done for Sissonville. It's the most effective.
Until they find an early open 3. No good. Rebound tip. Dino No tries to go up strong, and they're going to call a charge on Dino as
I don't know about that one.
Mosteller had the position underneath, and they'll call Dino with the aggressive shoulder into the Indian.
You got to swallow your whistle on that one. I don't like that call at all. That's just good basketball underneath there.
You see on the replay from Video Productions, the foul called on No. We now have a minute 15
to go.
He did. He walked right there. It was a little late whistle, but he got the call right. So another Sissonville turnover. And so far, it's been Logan shooting from the outside and Sissonville turnovers that have been the story of the first half.
Well, the Logan cheering section here is telling Sissonville you can't do that, and they are very correct. You cannot do that.
Adams drives over to Felder, back outside to Cook, loses the handle. He had an open 3. Gives it back over to Felder, left wing, looks inside to No. No gets double teamed on the post, goes up and under, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by the Indians. Up ahead now, Samples with it. Samples, nice move.
That was.
As Samples able to go across early and make the bucket. As Samples picks up his first field goal of the game, and now Early a turnover underneath as Samples has 6 points on the evening, but his first field goal right there.
Early tried to split the defenders there, but it took 3 steps. Now, if he's in the NBA, that's an and 1, but unfortunately in high school we still call walks.
They're back on the Logan Regional Medical Center replay. You see Samples' nice layup move to get the lead within, or the deficit within 18 now, 37-19, 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Logan, an 18-point lead. Samples, guarded by Adams, pulls it up at the foul line. Now gives it off to Hackney. He may have walked with it. Now he picks up his dribble. Samples the only one able to handle the ball effectively. Good defense there by Cook. Rebound by Felder off the shot. You have 8 seconds to go. Chucky kicks it up ahead to Early. Early backs in, now drives. Floater in the lane. Good at the buzzer for David Early. And the Wildcats take a 20-point lead into halftime, 39-19.
Yeah, that's what David Early can do. That's a play that you shouldn't be able to do that. You know, as a high school sophomore, that's a play he shouldn't make. As you look here on Video Productions, the All-State good hands replay here as Felder kicks it down court to Early, and Early grabs it right out of the defender's hands and then just decides, you know what, 4-on-1, I got this, and goes up with it and just sinks it. Beautifully done, and great work by Butch Mounts and the gang on Video Productions.
It's now halftime here at Willie Acres Arena. Logan a 39-19 lead. As our halftime show brought to you by Gaddy's Pizza at the Fountain Place Mall. Nathan and I will be back to talk about the first half of play right after this. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station.
A car is crushed in a car wreck. You have been hurt. You need time to think. Here's an idea. Call 346-5990. Don't wait another minute. Now you've got the team that knows all about the money you deserve and how to get it for you. Time's up for that insurance company because the law speaks loudly when Farmer Klein and Campbell are on your team.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Helping you is what we do.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
At Logan Regional Medical Center, we're proud to deliver high-quality health care to our neighbors every day. That's why we're here, for you. From helping you welcome your newborn into the world or providing the right care to truly make your advanced years golden, for all of life's little bumps and emergencies along the way, we're always here for you. Logan Regional Medical Center, compassionate, quality care, close to home.
You're actually right next door to your friend.
Correction, best friend. Let's go.
Are you taking all your tiny shampoos?
I'm like a bird, I only fly away.
You look rough, bro.
State Farm knows it's more than a house. It's home. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Play something relaxing.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Dr. Walter Nagy and Dr. Philip Magestro of Nagy and Magestro are a leading dental care practice that provides the highest quality care in both their Chapmanville and Charleston locations. Nagy and Magestro know what a significant difference in health and self-esteem an attractive smile can make. Contact us today to schedule your appointment at Doctors Nagy and Magestro. We look forward to
as Logan a 39-19 lead as we head to the Gaddy's Pizza halftime show. Don't forget, after the game, after church, for lunch, for dinner, bring your family and friends to Gaddy's for great food and big fun. Gaddy's Pizza is a proud supporter of Logan County youth athletes. Nathan, when you look at the box score, what can you say about David Early? 16 points in the first half of play. Not doing it alone, but, man, he's made some big shots from the outside, and his ability to create his own shot is another thing that makes him just completely different from a lot of kids in the state of West Virginia.
Well, a guy like David Early, not only does he create his own shot and is able to make people get on him as a player, but he also opens up lanes for other players. You're going to concentrate on stopping Early, well, that lets a Hayner or that lets a Cook or a No or guys like that. They're able to go out and to score and get open looks. And Early is a demanding presence on the court, but like you said, James, not doing it alone. I think Logan needs to come out and work more on their spacing. I think they got a little crowded at times outside. I think if you can pound the ball into Dino No and into Terrence Chapman, try to work the inside, not rely so much on shooting the outside jumper, that will help you moving forward here for Logan. For Sissonville, they're going to have to probably switch up and get out of man defense because I don't think man defense is helping them at all against this Logan team. The 3-2 zone seems to be the most effective way to close out on shooters and to keep them from getting isolated out on the wing. So if you're Sissonville, stick to that 3-2. If you're Logan, work on your space and keep doing what you're doing.
And I completely agree with you. When you look at the mistakes Logan has made offensively, it's because they've been bunched together. It's because they haven't spaced the floor, and they've been sloppy a few times with the basketball. And if you're Zach Green and they're already out of the break at halftime, not a lot to go over aside from those key points that you just mentioned.
Yeah, and then, of course, you got to worry about your off-the-ball screens. If you watch basketball, especially with a team that's going to play like Logan plays, high-tempo athletic, moving without the ball is just as important as moving with the ball. As you'll see at the top of the key, you'll see somebody moving or having the ball and watching the play develop. You'll have two screeners underneath coming around on a hook off of a post screen there. And if you can get that working with the baseline running, and if you can get Sissonville not able to switch properly if they're running man-to-man, you've got pay dirt if you're Logan, because man-to-man Sissonville cannot match up with the Wildcats.
In the nation, there's lots of love, from your family to your belongings to your dreams for retirement. Nationwide protects what you love most: auto, home, life, and retirement. Call Nationwide agent Kelly Wooten Willis at 304-752-1390 to combine your policies and save up to 25%. Halftime score here from Willie Acres Arena. It's Logan 39, Sissonville 19. We'll be back with more of the Gators Pizza halftime show right after this. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier.
Some moments in life when time stands still. Holding your newborn is one of them. At Logan Regional Medical Center's Women's Center, it's our privilege to be there for you and your baby during this special time. Expert care, private rooms, and our Hugs infant security system help make you and your baby more comfortable, healthy, and welcomed. Logan Regional Medical Center, compassionate care for your special moments. Quality care close to home.
Mom, Dad, hi. I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. But what a powerful life lesson. And don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll just forgive you.
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Your car is crushed in a car wreck. You have been hurt. You need time to think. Here's an idea. Call 346-5990. Don't wait another minute. Now you've got the team that knows all about the money you deserve and how to get it for you. Time's up for that insurance company, because the law speaks loudly when Farmer Klein and Campbell are on your team.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Helping you is what we do.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
39-19, Logan leads as we're in the Gaddy's Pizza halftime show. Don't forget, after the game, after church, for lunch, for dinner, bring your family and friends to Gaddy's for great food and big fun. Gaddy's Pizza is a proud supporter of Logan County youth athletes. Well, Zach Green's team already out, warming up, shooting shots. We have not seen DJ Williams and the Sissonville Indians. Of course, one of these teams needs to make a lot of adjustments at halftime. One doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. And we talk about it again here. That Zach Green in that suit, that is one dapper suit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can see it from here, but that's just, hey, I'm a fan of a good suit, James. Don't look at me like that.
That's about the second, third time you've mentioned it, though.
I can't help it. That's a nice suit.
I agree, it is a nice suit.
As a guy my size, you can't find a good suit like that for me without at least, calling somebody that builds tents or something like that. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'll give a free plug to somebody. If you really want a suit like that, maybe you should go visit Dave McCormick downtown in Logan. And, I don't know if Zach Green's wearing a McCormick suit, but look, that looks to me like a McCormick suit.
So you make a good point.
You go down and see Dave McCormick. You see You see the guys down there, and they may be able to hook you up with a nice suit.
Big thanks to Video Productions for zooming in on that for our friends at home.
Yeah, you can, again, watch on Facebook via WVOW's Facebook page. You can watch on LoganWildcats.tv. And if you are listening to us and would like to do that, just go to LoganWildcats.tv, or you can even log into Facebook, just search for WVOW, and you can find it right there. As Butch Mounts and the video production team, great shots, and really what makes it different from what we've done in the past, Nathan, is such a clear camera. You get a great picture, and you can see everything that you need to see. It's like being here. You get the crowd noise, you get everything else.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like somebody just sitting around going live on Facebook or anything like that. You know, this is professionally done. And it's great work, if you ask me.
I have no comment to your comment.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm telling the truth, man.
You are preaching the gospel.
If people get mad at the truth, then so be it.
I agree.
How about this basketball game, Jay?
As one of my favorite movies, Catch Me If You Can, I concur.
I concur.
Why didn't I just say concur? 20-point lead for the Wildcats, trapping defense here for Sissonville coming out of the halftime break. 3 from early, long, no good. Rebound underneath by Hunter Thomas. Logan starting with their same starting 5. Sissonville matches them with their starting 5. Woodrum with it in the corner as the Indians move from left to right across your radio and internet feed. Logan will move from right to left here in the second half. As we thank you for listening and watching on LoganWildcats.tv, as well as WVOW's Facebook page and on the radio.
Got to watch about running underneath screens there. Dino No and company's been doing that, and if you leave a run underneath the screen, you'll leave a wide-open shooter.
Thomas with it. Now gives it off to Samples, drives in, just throws one at the glass. Williams wants a call on the Sissonville bench, not going to get one. Now up ahead, Logan, 4-on-3. Early dribbles in the corner, gets it to the high post to Chapman, and he walked.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he just took too many steps. And you can tell Zach Green just tell him just catch it and go. Thought too much with it instead of just going.
It looked like he was going to try and find Dino No underneath there, who was cutting right to the basket. And probably would have been the smart play to do, but unfortunately thought about it too long, and that's what happens.
Samples with it, gives it off to Hackney. Hackney gives it to Samples, top of the key, head fake, now over to Thomas, right wing. Good look underneath as he finds Granada. Underneath, Granada's second field goal of the game. It's an 18-point lead for Logan.
If you're Logan, you don't want to let Sissonville come out and get into a rhythm, as now they're going to try and trap here. As Early brought it over half court, almost an over and back, and then a turnover.
A turnover stolen away by Woodrum. Now up ahead, Granada goes up and over early. His shot no good, no tips it out of bounds, and will stay with the Indians.
And one thing that I don't think that's the right call at all. Even though it's in Logan, they're changing it.
They corrected it. That is the right call there.
Yeah.
There's no tipped it out of bounds.
Give credit to Sissonville. They've come. You go into the locker room down 20, but they've come out fighting here in this second half. They're not giving up.
Sissonville trying to inbound. Good defense, and then a lapse in defense as Granada breaks open late. His second field goal in the first minute here of the second half, and now the lead 16, and now a turnover as a jump ball will go to Sissonville.
Logan's having a lot of trouble with this trap here in the second half. Sissonville made those adjustments at halftime, and they seem to be working out for him.
You may see part of your man's suit leave his body here in a second. Zach Green's got the hands on his hips, not happy about Logan's effort right now. 39-23. Drive, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Good job by Cook, kept position. Hackney tried to lower his shoulder to get position, and an easy foul call on Will Hackney.
Yeah, that's a great play there from Cook to do that, and now Sissonville's coming back out. They're coming past half court now to trap.
It's a 2-1-2 trap.
Don't see that often.
Chapman, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound underneath, and what the trap has done is it's gotten the ball out of the hands of the best player for Logan, which is Early. 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound underneath, controlled by Granada, who's been amazing here in the third quarter so far. Woodrum thought about the 3, kicks it over in the corner. Hackney steps in. 2-point jumper for Will Hackney is good. That was a long two for Will Hackney, and now the lead at 13, or should be 14. They called it a 3 on the floor. Well,
I think they called it a 2.
They called it a 3 on the floor, so it's a 3 on the board. So a 3 for Hackney there.
Oh, good spin move.
And a good look from Early there underneath to Felder. Lead back up to 15 for Logan. 41-26, 5:30 to play here in the third.
Logan now into the 2-3, or they're breaking back into man.
Thomas drives baseline, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Notice how Sissonville was trying to keep the ball out of David Early's hands, and when they do, the Logan Wildcats have struggled. Then Early gets the ball at the top of the key, quick spin move, and then it finds Felder cutting on the baseline. Great play there from David Early there on the replay from Video Productions.
And when you look back at that All-State replay, you notice that Early now in the middle of that 2-1-2 trapping defense for the Indians. So they're going to try to get Early the ball in the middle and then let him attack the basket.
Yeah, if you get the guy in the middle there in that 2-1-2, he's got to be the guy that can instigate the offense. And you have to respect David Early on the court. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Thomas misses the first at the line. Still a 16-point lead for Logan. They led by 20 at halftime, and Thomas makes the second. He's got 4 points on the evening for the Indians. And it's now 41. It says 26 on the board, so they may have taken that 3 away from Hackney. So it's a 15-point lead for the Cats. No, gets pushed from behind, gets the bucket and the foul.
But Chapman almost grabbed the net there. If he'd have done that, they wouldn't have counted that shot. But going back to that three-point jumper from earlier, I'm pretty sure the close official here to us signaled it was a 2. So I believe it is going to be 26-43 at the moment.
Well, that was the right call. If you'd go back and look at that on the replay, as No can't complete the three-point play, Logan a 17-point lead. His foot wasn't well above or over the line for the two-pointer. Samples with it for the Indians.
Samples is looking frustrated with his offense right now, not running the play he wants.
That gives it off, and that one went off the leg of Thomas. Deflected by Chapman, goes off the leg of Thomas, and now Logan trying to find that magic they had in the first half with these Sissonville turnovers.
If you can force Sissonville to turn the ball over, then you are going to be the one, Logan that is, to control the ball and control the pace of this game, and that's what you want to do. Sissonville's back in the 2-1-2 again.
Freshman Hayner checks in, No with it. He'll pull up a 3, left wing, good. He didn't have much confidence in the shot as he came in charging after his own rebound, but No able to make it.
That's good fundamentals. Follow your shot. How many times did your buddy league coach tell you that?
All the time. Hackney, head fake, pulls in, step in two's no good. Rebound by Early. Early pushes up the floor, gives it off to T.J. Mullins. Line drive 3, no good. Rebound pulled underneath by Thomas, and the Indians will try to cut back into this 20-point lead for Logan.
You weren't lying about line drive.
3 on the way for Woodrum, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by No. He goes up with 2 hands. He gets that rebound. Now he's complaining to the official that his arm was held, but nobody else said that. And that's what matters, those guys in the stripes.
Yeah, you don't want to argue too much with the officials, end up with a silly technical. It's not something you need right now.
20-point lead, 46-26, 4:09 to play here in the third quarter. Samples drives, and they're going to call a foul on T.J. Mullins as Mullins frustrated on that foul call. Had good defense up until he went to go try to block the shot, and he leans in and sends Samples back to the line.
If he doesn't swing his arm there, I don't think there's a call. But
I would agree with you.
Anytime you swing that arm and you miss, it's going to be a foul.
First foul shot is good from Samples.
Here comes Dante Adams back in for McConnell here. As you'll probably see Dante touch the ball a lot more here and control it coming up the court other than early.
Second foul shot attempt from Samples is good. He is 6 for 6 from the line tonight. And the Logan lead back to 18.
Well, now they've dropped back into looks like a 1-3-1 now.
Almost man matchup zone almost.
Yeah, I actually think it is man now that I look at it.
Early with it. Left wing gets a lot of space from Samples, and he'll just pull the three. You cannot do that to David Early. 19 points for the young sophomore.
Yeah, if you give him that much space, he's going to sink that every time. That was a bad play there by them.
And a foul there on Terrence Chapman. That'll be his first, as Watson Mosteller will go to the line to shoot two.
Chucky Felder's getting ready to check back in. Wonder if they're going to give Early a breather, if they're going to pull out Dino No or someone like that.
May give Chapman a breather, because it looked like not only Chapman was frustrated, but they're going to pull No out. You're correct. I thought Coach Green was a little bit upset at the defense there that allowed Mosteller to get in the lane pretty easily.
Yeah, he's talking to Dino about it right now.
And Mosteller goes 1 of 2 from the line. 20-point lead again for the Cats. 49-29, 3:30 to go here in the third. The young freshman, Hayner with it, gives it off to Adams, gets a screen from Felder, screen and roll. Now out top to Chapman. He'll screen for Hayner. Now gives it off to Terrence. He goes up and under. No good. Rebound. Adams or no Felder underneath. That one tipped out of bounds and will stay with Logan.
That was a good find there as Chapman passed out of it, and then they tried to trap, and then Chapman was open again and was able to find the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't finish at the rim.
You see a lot of two-man game right now for Logan when Sissonville is in man. A lot of screen and rolls. Logan looking for that roller to either pop or go to the basket. Good drive by the freshman. Hayner gets his own rebound, no good. Chapman gets the rebound. It's deflected, and Samples will have the basketball. Samples pushes up the floor, tries to lean in on Felder, and they're going to call Chucky with the foul. No shot, as it'll be on the floor.
I am surprised that Sissonville is still trying to run man defense. It's very surprising to me to try to watch a team run man defense with a team of Logan's caliber and their athleticism. Now, the trap was working well earlier. Logan found a way around it. I thought maybe they'd switch into a 1-3-1 or something like that.
Hackney with it. Backs in on the freshman Mitchell, and they're going to call a walk.
That was the right call there, and Dino No comes in now for Felder, as I believe Coach Green coached him up a little bit on the sidelines, let him collect his thoughts about some of the defensive blunders on the court. Coming back in now.
When you look at the halftime score, it's a 20-point lead for Logan at halftime, and it's been an evenly played third quarter. So what Sissonville has done is they've at least stopped the bleeding and found a way to play with Logan here in the third.
Well, you can do that, but if you try to play with them for the rest of the game, you're going to lose by 20.
Well, as a coach, you know, I'm sitting here thinking early in the season, let's try to make some strides. And
as a guy calling the game, you got to try and win the game. That's
I would agree.
Me, you know?
Adams 3 from the left corner, good for Deontay Adams.
That's where he makes his, I guess you could say, makes his money out there on the wing, making those threes. He lit Scott up the other night.
Samples with it, top of the key. Sissonville trails by 23 now. Largest lead of the game for Logan. Tip ball. Chapman will pick up the steal off the early deflection. Chapman behind the back dribble.
Wow.
He'll bring it up the floor. We'll get it across the early. 3 from the right corner. David, no good. Rebound underneath. No skied for that one. If he would have been able to catch it, he would have been able to slam it home. Mollister over to Hackney. Long jumper for Hackney, no good. Rebound tip controlled by Dino as he dives on the ground. They're going to call foul. And that was the right call.
Dino giving a very stern look here. He's very upset.
That hit by Mollister there, not very smart by him on the fact that he didn't dive for the ball. He dived on top of Dino No. It was almost Gronkish against my Buffalo Bills.
It was, but it was, if you see here, I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't know if you did. Early walked over to him, gave him a high five, pointed at the head, said, use your head. We don't need to lose you, because if you get ejected or get a technical or something, you could really lose a lot going forward.
Yeah, that's great to see from a young sophomore trying to be the floor general. Generally, that's what you want out of your best player.
Expect some chippiness underneath, though, when No posts up as he is right now. Look at that.
Absolutely. Wants the ball. He'll get a double team now. No jumper over top of it. No good. Rebound tracked down by No on the other side. Splits 2 defenders. Gives it to Adams. Adams skip pass over to Early. Left wing. Thought about the 3 and he walked.
Traveled.
That was the right call.
It was the right call. The crowd doesn't like it, but it was the right call.
Jarrett Withrow checking in for the Indians now. 52-29, Logan a 23-point lead, their largest of the game, with 1:10 to go here in the third quarter.
If you're Sissonville, you're going to want to try and hold Logan here and not let them score, and maybe you can get a few shots and cut into this big lead. You got a minute left to make something happen.
Yeah, if you're Sissonville, you have to at least get it within 15-16. And now pressure from Logan defense as Adams will foul Samples way away from the basket. Or they call a timeout.
I think it was timeout. Yeah, I don't think there was a foul.
Called a timeout on the floor. That's a full timeout, so we'll step away for this full timeout as well. You're listening to WVOW Logan Wildcat basketball action right here.
Is crushed in a car wreck. You have been hurt. You need time to think. Here's an idea. Call 346-5990. Don't wait another minute. Now you've got the team that knows all about the money you deserve and how to get it for you. Time's up for that insurance company because the law speaks loudly when Farmer Klein and Campbell are on your team.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Helping you is what we do.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Mom, Dad, hi. I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. But what a powerful life lesson. And don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll just forgive you.
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
It's a nice suit. I mean,
welcome back to Willie Acres Arena. James Barker, Nathan Bush with you. David Anderson, our studio engineer for this evening's broadcast on WVOW Radio. Butch Mounts and the video productions crew helps us on LoganWildcats.tv as well as on Facebook, on WVOW's Facebook page, as well as Video Productions' Facebook page. Three from the right wing, no good. Long three, early able to tip the rebound to himself. And Logan will have a chance to extend their 23-point lead with 30 seconds to go in the third. No, gives it off to Chapman. Chapman lay-in is good.
That's how you run it against a trap like that. That's exactly how it's done, textbook.
25-point lead for the Cats now, 19 seconds to go in the third. And now a drive underneath and no call. It'll stay with the Indians, though.
That was a good no call there. There was no contact, just bodying up, making sure the shot couldn't go up, and he had two guys going for that block.
Indians will inbound underneath. 12 seconds to go here in the third. That one almost stolen away. Adams on the floor after it. Samples picks it up. Ball tipped. Now back over in the corner. A baseline drive. 4 seconds to go. Tipped around right to Granada, and he's able to lay it in. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter as Logan takes a 23-point lead into the fourth quarter of play as they lead 54-31. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station.
You're actually right next door to your friend.
Correction, best friend. Let's go.
Are you taking all your tiny shampoos?
I'm like a bird, I only fly away.
You look rough, bro.
State Farm knows it's more than a house. It's home. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Play something relaxing.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
There are some moments in life when time stands still. Holding your newborn is one of them. At Logan Regional Medical Center's Women's Center, it's our privilege to be there for you and your baby during this special time. Expert care, private rooms, and our Hugs infant security system help make you and your baby more comfortable, healthy, and welcome. Logan Regional Medical Center, compassionate care for your special moments. Quality care.
34-31, Logan takes a 23-point lead into the fourth quarter of play. A couple updates for you around the school system. Logan County now officially on a 2-hour delay. So that'll make the folks listening and watching at home that are involved in the school system pretty happy. Makes me pretty happy. 3 from the wing. TJ Mullins gets his first bucket of the game. Logan, a 26-point lead. Sissonville with it. Samples top of the key, guarded by Felder. Drives, kicks it over, corner 3 on the way. No good. Rebound tip controlled by Adams near the foul line. 3 on 1. Dino, no. Layup is good, and the foul.
That was a good take by Dino as he drove in there. And they may have almost got a flagrant on that.
Well, went in with the intention to dunk. You could tell that he had that look when he went up with it. Then he just got pulled behind as you look at the All-State replay on Video Productions. As No goes up strong and then realizes he's being grabbed and then lays it in.
They grabbed his jersey and everything. If they don't do that, I think we got a slam dunk highlight reel moment there. But since Logan County's on a 2-hour delay, I will say that WVOW is not on a 2-hour delay because we have big boy jobs, and like Mr. Barker over here, where we don't get a call when it's cold outside to stay home.
No makes the foul shot. 29-point lead now for the Wildcats as Hackney comes down the floor. Reckless abandonment there. Is he able to get the floater in the lane? Cut the Logan lead to 27. I'll make a comment on your comment in a second.
I'm only playing.
In a second.
I'm only playing.
Mullins with it. Gives it off to Adams. Skip pass to Cook. Cook thought about the 3, drives left baseline. Floater up and over, no good. Cook wanted some contact there on the shot, but no call. Adams, good pick there. Just happened to be right to another Sissonville player.
Oh,
good.
He almost walked.
Picked him again, but then they're going to call a foul.
I tell you what. Dante Adams has picked everybody's pocket on Sissonville tonight just about. It's been a wild game for him as he's playing solid defense for Logan, and the crowd has really wanted that double dribble call.
And now the crowd really, the student section, as Hackney inbounded it right into the student section, and now No going to get called for the block.
Great to see the student section back for Logan, though. That's something that I participated in when I went to school here, and when we were winning state championships. Sorry, James. But we were winning the state titles when I was here, and it's fun to see it come back.
I have 3 state titles at this school. I didn't do much to get them, but I was on the teams.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Another steal.
Steal by Mullins, and then stolen back from him by Mollister. Up, Hackney, jumper in the lane, good. He's got that floater down.
That's a beautiful floater, actually.
No.
I'm sorry. Go
no
ahead.
With it. Dribbles in the lane. 25-point lead for Logan. Knows little hook shot, no good. Rebound, and you're going to get a jump ball, and it'll go back to Sissonville.
Well, Noah's been chippy all night, hasn't he? Him and the Sissonville guys underneath have really been battling.
You got to have one of those guys on your team, though.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have, as WVU fans, you got to have that Cam Thurman.
Yeah.
You got to have that guy.
Or as your Minnesota Timberwolves fans would know, that Taj Gibson.
Yeah, a good reference. That's a reference and a half. Give this man a raise. He'll need it since he got called off to work tomorrow.
That's true. 25-point lead, up and under, move block from behind. Dino No able to really reject Hunter Thomas there. Up ahead now. Adams gets blocked off the glass by Hackney, and now you're going to get a foul on Chucky Felder. And that officiating crew right there did a good job of they saw 2 emotional plays and then just a quick foul to kind of settle things down.
Yeah, that was a good call by the officials, but we had a block party just now down here in Logan, and with the cold and the snow out there is a Video Productions replay here. A good job by McConnell not to foul as he skied over the player from Sissonville. Great work by Butch Mounts and his crew here tonight as well.
Sissonville for the 1-and-1. No gets the rebound off the Indian miss, and Adams will push it up the floor. Gives it off to Felder. Felder will come in, lay up, good. Chucky with 8 points on the night. Logan a 27-point lead. 5:38 to go here in this one, and now you'll start to see some substitutions go in. As you'll see Chapman early, Hayner, Cowart, and Musco Adams check into the game.
Tell you what, I'd hate to try to back down on Musco Adams. That is a brute of a man.
It's not very often that your starting nose tackle in football is on your basketball team with that type of size. Good look inside, samples to Granada. Granada's got 10 points.
Granada's looked good here tonight. Him and Samples both.
Granada the only player in double digits for the Indians. Early with it. Dribbles. Takes all the way in the lane, and they're going to say traveled. And Early didn't like the call.
I don't know if I agree with that one or not. The only thing with Early's game is it's so polished, and it's so much like that of a professional athlete. He will get calls like that in high school.
Yeah, because that step that you thought he took as an official, he didn't take without picking the ball up first.
Yeah.
As Early picks up a foul there as he tried to strip Samples from behind. So now Samples will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 for the Indians.
We do have some good news for folks out there. Saturday, if we're not mistaken, the return of the Alan Hatcher Show on WVOW at 9:30 in the morning. I'll be there.
It's always an enjoyable show to listen to. I've been on it a few times, but Coach Hatcher really does a good job with that show, and obviously hosts Justin Turner as well. But that's one of the best shows that WVOW produces sports-wise, especially on that Saturday morning that coaches get up, call in, and then it's a really good listen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to being on it. I've never really been on the show before. I'll be there in studio, whether I'll be on the show, running the board, or answering phones. I'll be doing something. I'll be there Saturday. I guarantee it. If I'm not, Jay Nunley will come find me.
Rebound by Adams was called a jump ball there, and that'll give Logan the possession.
Coach Green's letting him hear about it, too.
Hayner gives it off to Early. Early drives left baseline, double team. Now we'll try to drive again. Back outside to Hayner. Now back outside to Early. He'll shoot a corner three. No good. Rebound must go underneath. Goes up strong. No good. Rebound tipped out to the Indians.
I'm stunned they didn't call foul there.
Samples up and under. And a layup by Nathan Samples gets his second field goal of the game and puts him in the double digits. 62-40 lead for Logan.
I think Musco's got a gripe there on that foul call. They did not blow the whistle, and he got hacked.
Coward three from the left wing. No good. Rebound Adams underneath. Spin move in the lane. No
foul
good.
Again. Wow.
Rebound by Woodrum. Up ahead come the Indians. And they're going to call foul out of bounds. They call it out of bounds. Musco and Hayner with the block there.
I'm just as surprised as you are, Butch, on those. I've seen about 3 fouls these officials haven't called. They must be trying to get to 119 early.
Snow on the ground. You got to get out of here.
Got to go, I guess. Man, oh man.
Ball tipped out of bounds.
No blood, no foul with this officiating crew. It's supposed to be Big 12 officials.
Don't get the WVU fans started on that. Inbound, corner three for Thomas. Banks, no good. Rebound all the way out to Chapman, and Chapman's going to coast in. Sees nobody around and slams it home.
Well, that gives the crowd something to go home with tonight. A nice dunk from Terrence Chapman.
Halfway through the fourth, Logan a 24-point lead. Samples drives, gets blocked by Musco.
Look at Musco Adams get fired up.
We'll see this on the Logan Regional Medical Center replay from Video Productions. Chapman with the steal. You can see he checks behind, coasts in, and a slam dunk from the Wildcats.
That block from Musco Adams, my goodness.
Inbound pass by the Indians. Samples will control at top of the key. Guarded by No. Gets a hard screen from Withrow. And now we'll try to back down. Samples, pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound controlled. Nope, not controlled. Now controlled by Withrow. Gets it inside and up and good. And Granada's that kid that's just always in the right place at the right time. 12 points for Ethan Granada on the night.
I'd love to know how many of those were on second chance opportunities, too.
Chapman baseline gives it to Dino, and that's stolen away. Logan getting sloppy with the basketball right now, but Sissonville says, well, if you're going to get sloppy, we'll get sloppy too.
They know how they like them extra sloppy out there,
It's a beautiful Adam Sandler reference.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was going to call Musco from the block earlier, but I figured I'd save it. I'm sorry.
3:15 to go here in the fourth. Logan, a 22-point lead. Logan's largest lead has been at 29. And a foul there as Hayner got slapped on the wrist. And
now they called that a foul. But to say, I think I saw UFC fights earlier that weren't as bad as some of these no calls, and then you get that. That was a foul.
So Hayner will go to the line to shoot 2. And you're going to start to see the benches empty here in a second.
Yeah, here's the thing. Logan's played every player off their bench tonight.
Sure have.
And that was something, again, that we talked about earlier, the bench depth. And credit to Coach Green and all the players on Logan's bench that have rose to the occasion and really helped put together a solid outing for this Wildcat team.
So Hayner misses the first, makes the second. Logan a 23-point lead as Deontay Adams will check back in.
Probably not going to see 92 tonight.
And it looks like there's maybe some blood on the jersey of
probably from those no
Hayner.
Calls.
So he'll probably sit out 3 minutes to go. Samples drives in, layup no good. Rebound and putback, though, by Jarrett Withrow. His first bucket of the night. Lead to 21 now for the Wildcats. Early corner, drives baseline, goes up, tried to slam it, but finger rolls it at the end. I think if he was able to get one more dribble, he would have slammed it home.
Well, I think he knew. He knew the safe bet there. Just lay it in. Don't try and do something to maybe hurt yourself.
Early with 21 in the game so far, and Hackney another floater in the lane. Answers Early's bucket, 21-point lead for the Cats, 67-46, and a block called on Withrow there as Early will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Dino fell down trying to pick him up, it looks like. We have to get a couple guys over there to pick Early and Dino up, but Early going to the line. And what a great move by Early to kind of sidestep there, take that little baseline shuffle and get around the guard there. And now we see fans start to put on their coats, get ready to head for the exits here.
And you will need a coat tonight. It's going to get down to about 15 degrees tonight with a wind chill in the single digits. So those of you listening, maybe watching at home, not only make sure you take care of yourself, take care of those animals outside as well.
Definitely. Let those animals in and make sure they got a warm place to lay down. Humanitarian, aren't you, James?
Look, I have. It's like a zoo at my house. My wife has ducks, chickens, goats.
Ducks.
You name it, we've got it.
Ducks. That's awesome.
It is for you. Early misses both foul shots, but no able to get the offensive rebound. Pull-up jumper, baseline, good. So Logan couldn't get the 2 at the foul line, but no makes sure they get the 2 on the floor as Dino, big 18-footer there in the corner, to push Logan's lead back to 23.
Dino's got a great mid-range game.
Jumper from Hackney, no good. Rebound tipped around, still tipped. And Cook comes up with it, gets it ahead to No. Euro steps in, gets held, and still gets the bucket.
Yeah, but Dino's asking the same question we're asking. Where's the foul?
Early may have gotten away with one there as well. Woodrum gives it off, drive in the lane, back out to Woodrum. He'll pull a quick 3 is good. That's the first bucket of the game for Nolan Woodrum.
There's a good-looking shot there.
71-49, Logan, a 22-point lead as the Cats will move to 2-0 on the season. Early, long 3's good.
Just keeps adding to those stats.
24 points on the night for David Early. And you're going to get a push-off on Deontay Adams there. His second.
Some of these fouls, James, I mean, I'm not one to – I know I should say I'm not one to criticize officiating, but I've seen a couple fouls here that just that they haven't called, and then some that they have called, and it's just making me scratch my bald head a little bit.
That's how that happened.
Yeah, that's definitely it. That and the headphones I put on for working, you know.
At the line is Hackney, makes the first.
Got the 1-on-1 here.
Hackney with 13 points now on the evening. As Sissonville gets to 50, and Hackney makes it 51. 74-51, Logan, 23-point lead, 80 seconds to go. And that's a terrible pass there by Adams.
That's how you really felt about it.
Yeah. Zach Green it probably would tell you the same thing.
Yeah, it was not exactly the best pass to make in that situation.
He just got up in the air and had nothing else to do with it. Good hustle by Adams there, though. Makes a deflection on the shot, and now you're going to get a foul.
That's over the back.
Yeah, that's called on 40. Mollister.
Looks like Logan's going to cruise in this one here, but their defense played very, very well tonight, James, I believe. They looked a lot sharper in terms of guarding the basketball, working away from the basketball. And Sissonville, they were game. They came in, they played hard, but this Logan athleticism just too much for the Indians tonight.
Coward at the line for the one-on-one, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, and will shoot a two-pointer at the foul line and banks it in.
Bank was open.
Everybody in the Logan lineup has scored tonight aside from Musco Adams. You have to think that Zach Green's probably aware of that at some point, may try to get Musco a bucket here. Felder with it.
Well, he should have shot 4 foul shots earlier, but what am I to say,
And a bad pass from Felder there. Another turnover from Logan. I would agree at least on one of those. So I'll even meet you halfway. At least he should have shot 2.
I'm not being very biased about it, but I'll say it.
Shot no good. Rebound Adams underneath as Deontay will push it up the floor. Deontay drives 1-on-3 up and under and gets swatted from Mosteller.
Yeah, you can't take on the entire squad by yourself. And that's what Deontay tried to do there, and it was unsuccessful in doing so.
76-51, Logan, a 25-point lead. Not only Logan County Schools on a 2-hour delay, Mingo County Schools on a 2-hour delay as well. Cook with it, gives it in the corner. Deontay looking inside, finger roll up and gets the spin to go as he had a little, not backspin on it, but a little front spin on it and then able to get it over the rim.
Little English if you play some pool. Musco gets the steal there.
Adams up ahead with it, sidesteps, jumper over, no good. Rebound by the Indians, and that should do it. 78-51, Logan, a 27-point win. Well, that's broadcaster's jinx for you. 3 at the end of the game from Sawyer Watts.
24-point
win for the Wildcats. 78-54, Logan with the victory over the Indians tonight as the Wildcats move to 2-0 on the season. Nathan and I will be back with the postgame show right after this. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW West Virginia.
You're actually right next door to your friend.
Correction, best friend. Let's go.
Are you taking all your tiny shampoos?
I'm like a bird, I only fly away.
You look rough, bro.
Bird, I only fly away.
You look rough, bro.
State Farm knows it's more than a house. It's home. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Play something relaxing.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
There are some moments in life when time stands still. Holding your newborn is one of them. At Logan Regional Medical Center's Women's Center, it's our privilege to be there for you and your baby during this special time. Chronic wounds can really slow you down. At Logan Regional Medical Center, we want to help you get back to doing the things you love without having to travel far from home. That's why the team from our Advanced Care Wound Center combines expertise and advanced technology, like the region's only hyperbaric oxygen therapy program, helping you to heal quickly. Logan Regional Medical Center.
Healing starts here.
Do you have pain? Do you receive little relief from your pain medications? I'm Derek Dalton, Chapmanville native and owner of Rebound Physical Therapy. I'm very proud to bring big city treatments to my hometown, offering exclusive state-of-the-art functional dry needling. The simple procedure relieves pain by inserting a small needle into injured or damaged tissues and is available exclusively in this region at Rebound Physical Therapy. Pain relief is just a phone call away. Call me today at Rebound Physical Therapy.
Patrick.
Welcome back to Willie Acres Arena. Your final score, it was Logan 78, Sissonville 54. And Nathan, really an impressive performance tonight by the Wildcats, not only on the offensive end scoring 78 points, but defensively causing so many turnovers for the Indians tonight as well. Well,
they allowed 72 against Scott, and I know that's not where Coach Green wants his defense to be. Allowing 54 against a game Indians team, and one on that buzzer beater shot that you allowed to go in with your jinx there. But a prayer of a 3 thrown up in garbage time. Great win for Logan, great defense, and great way to build momentum as they have I guess you call it a murderer's row coming up next week, as they got West Side and Mingo Central, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Logan, the schedule gets a lot tougher. You'll find out where you stand here early on as Westside and Mingo Central on the schedule for the Wildcats in the coming week. Now time for the Farmer, Klein, and Campbell Player of the Game. This is also our Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game. And tonight it goes to David Early. 24 points on the night for David Early. And Nathan, when you look at this young man's game, not only does he have the ability to get to the basket with his dribbling, but he also has the ability to step back and hit not only those long threes, but those college and NBA type threes as well.
Yeah, he can hit the shots from deep outside. Not only that, but another thing is, you saw it tonight. You saw how good of a passer he can be and how he facilitates this entire offense for Coach Green. And then on the other side, he made great plays. You saw Dino No get really frustrated, get fired up, thought maybe something would happen. David Early was the one that came over, calmed him down, just a true leader for this Wildcats team, and he's definitely the player of the game tonight.
If you had to pick a play of the game as the Appalachian Power electric play of the game, which one are you going to choose?
Man, putting me right on the spot.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to put it – I won't put it in a play, but I'm going to put it in the context of it. The second half when Sissonville came out, was trapping and doing a fairly decent job clawing to get back into the game, cut the lead from 20 to 13. And then when David Early got the ball in the 1-2-1 there and was able to start making plays happen from the 1-2-1, those series there, Sissonville was trapping and it was working. Those offensive plays for Logan, I think, would be the plays of the game that really helped them shut down the Sissonville defense and get back to scoring in the second half.
That's your Appalachian Power electric plays of the game. Sign up for real-time text and email alerts about power outages and restoration estimates in your area at AppalachianPower.com. Don't forget about the Alan Hatcher Show. Nathan will join you on that. That's Saturday morning here on WVOW. And Nathan, kind of preview for the folks at home what the Alan Hatcher Show is all about.
Basically, if you listen to Saturday Morning Quarterback, it's the same thing with basketball. You're going to have expert analysis, going to have me there, like I am on the Saturday Morning Quarterback. I'll be there bright and early, 5 a.m., so look for that. So tune in to WVOW all day Saturday as we're going to go sports crazy as we always do on Saturdays. And we got, I know Saturday Morning Quarterback, we'll have all kinds of great stuff lined up for you Saturday, but look forward. Alan Hatcher will be there. Justin Turner will be there. I'll be there. Jay Nunley may join us. Who knows? Who knows who could be there? Mark Hatcher may be there. I know Alan will be there. So tune in, and it's something you're not going to want to miss.
That'll do it here for us from Willie Acres Arena. Once again, your final score, it's Logan 78, Sissonville 54. Logan moves to 2-0 on the season. For Nathan Bush, David Anderson, and Butch Mounts and Video Productions, we thank you for listening to WVOW and Logan Wildcat Basketball, not only on WVOW Radio, but LoganWildcats.tv, as well as Video Production Facebook page and WVOW's Facebook page. Again, your final score, 78-54 in favor of the Cats. We bid you a good evening from Willie Acres Arena. Thank you for listening to Logan Wildcat Basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station.